Daniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I gotta have that Tej pack. Tej makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliate and scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Tej Henley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tej Henley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Tej Henley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a Dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Tej Henley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a Dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Tej pack. Feel the Tej, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I'm going to lower this a little bit. What's going on, family and friends? Lights is a little bright, man. There we go. That's a little better. We rocking out. We doing what we do. We getting it popping. What's going on, family? I got the house to myself today, so I can better regulate what's going on as far as the temperature in this joint. It is Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. Got some announcements, minor but major announcements. What's going on, Onyx? What's happening, baby girl? Stephen Day is in the building. George Garber is hollering at us. What's happening? What's going on, Marquise Keys? Marquise got the keys, is in the building. Big Suggs. My dog Brock is popping. Marcel says, house to yourself. It's an ice box in the house. What's going on with women and their inability to be able to regulate their temperature? Are all women, no matter what the age, always going through the change? Because when you was coming up, you know, you used to hear when they didn't do what they was supposed to do, or their temperature was off, or when you was regular and the temperature didn't even change, right? You're not even having a different temperature in the house than it was an hour before. But then they'd be like, "Oh, did you do something with the?" Like, no, what's wrong with you? Going through the change. What's going on, family? I see everybody in the chat. Miss Jennifer, I heard I got a bag chaser that is engaged to get married. They sent me some pictures and stuff yesterday. So shout out to the bag chasers. What up, beautiful disaster says, what up? Shout out to them hot flashes. Yeah, I heard there was some newer bag chasers that's getting married. Actually, one bag chaser is relatively newer, and another bag chaser has been with us for an extended period of time. So let me give a shout out and a congratulations to JoJo. Let me give a congratulations and shout out to everybody that's winning on every level, because what a bag chaser is, and I want to make sure that I highlight this. A bag chaser is not a person that chases money. Let me say that one more time. A bag chaser is not a person that chases money. A bag chaser is a person that's continuously, meaning never ending, continuously chasing the best version of themselves. And so as a result, The money comes with it. The success comes with it. The marriage comes with it. The relationships come with it. The network comes with it. You aligning yourself with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going come with it. So I just want to make sure that I highlight and emphasize on a regular basis exactly what a bag chaser is. We're chasing. It don't sound as good if I say a purpose chaser. No, we bag chasers. It just roll off the tongue cooler. But then at the same time, the context is necessary for y'all to understand exactly what it is that we do. So shout out to Teach Henley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Link is in the description. Make sure y'all tap into that Teach pack. Secondly, make sure that you join the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I got a Patreon exclusive video dropping tomorrow. So last night, I decided to take Tuesday nights off. Of course, we still dropping content and so on and so forth. But I'm hiring a lot of new team members, right? A lot of people that's participating in the process. I'm hiring a lot of new team members. I'm personally training them. I've been putting together a great team and all of that, right? And last night I had some of my team members come by the crib. And we got them set up, got them their new MacBook Pros, made sure that their cloud drives was set up, that everything, that they had the administrative privileges, that they had access to all of the content. And these are people that are participating on both the business side and the creative side, right? Jordan, it is coming. The Bag Chaser shirts, merch, all of that is coming. Because what I had to first do, and the reason why you have to pause, and I'm glad you asked that because I want to emphasize this right now, right? The reason why you want to pause some time and get your business together is because slow is fast and fast is slow, okay? Slow is fast and fast is slow. We talk about slow money. We talk about fast money. Fast money got you in jail for the rest of your life. Slow money will get you rich forever. But the thing about slow money is just, it's not even really slow money. It's a mindset that comes along with making the long-term decisions or making short-term decisions that's going to affect you long-term. So for example, if I tell you, and I'm gonna give you several examples. So for example, if I tell you, hey, stay down for the next 5 to 10 years, you're gonna say, man, Anton, that's a long time. Well, life is long. They lied to y'all and told y'all that life is short, but life is absolutely long. It is very long. And I know a lot of people that are 80. Did you know that the majority of the people that's coming back into the workforce are above 70 years old? The majority of the people that are coming into the workforce are above 70 years old, meaning that they probably have to live another 15, sometimes even 20 years suffering or having to work for the rest of their lives. And you don't want to be that. And so when I say, hey, stay down for the first 10 years after you turn 20, from 20 to 30, just stay down and grind. That don't necessarily mean that, you got to have a bad life. You can go out, you can have fun, you can do stuff. There's plenty of stuff to do, but it don't have to cost a lot of money. You ain't got to get a big car, no, you ain't got to do all of this other type of stuff, right? Stay down, focus, stay in your mom's basement, whatever, so on and so forth. And I'm going to lead into something before we get into the whole Adam Levine thing. Stay down for an extended period of time so that you can come up. And what I'm really telling you is focus now for the first 10 years. It's like the mentality of somebody that becomes an anesthesiologist or a doctor or any of those type of people, right? And what they do is they're willing to make the short-term sacrifices. So when you out partying and having fun, it's similar to my life. When everybody was out partying and having fun, I decided to go back into the lab and live in the library and live in school and make sure that I just stayed down. Even when I started to really, really get money and get rich and all of that, I acted like I ain't have nothing. It gave me a work ethic and a mentality. And more importantly, it set me up for the rest of my life. So when everybody else was all making the wrong decisions, I made the decisions that's going to sustain me for the rest of my life. Slow is fast and fast is slow, because fast money gets you burned out and then you end up in jail when you wind up doing something that you're not supposed to do in order to PPP loaning and all of that other type of stuff. But that's slow money, that slow career, that long-term perspective will get you rich forever, right? And so when I say that, and I'm referring this back to, me ramping up and taking a pause, even from building out certain business, I said, listen, Anton, you don't want to have 100 things going on at one time. You don't want to be building a house, buying real estate, building businesses, creating a content creation space, running corporate America. I got another deal on the table from another company for corporate America. I might do them both because I got more capacity now. I'm breaking down and I'm giving you a lesson from a business perspective. See, it's more to life than just saying, hey, what's a good business idea? It's understanding the foundation and the principles behind why you're successful in business in the first place. And it's multiple different factors. It's a mindset. It's understanding how money works. It's understanding logistics. It's understanding people, managing effectively. How do you network more effectively? These are all of the things that you need in order to be successful from a foundational, in life. In business. And business is life. Marriage is business. Networking is business. Friendships is business. Right? And so I took a step back and I said, let me continue to train my team. Let me put together this one thing first. Let's do one thing at a time. So you took a pause on building out the website, building out the merch and all of that. Got all of the machines and everything, so on and so forth. But then I said, okay, let me get my team straight. So now I paused on Tuesdays. I had my team come over. I got them all set up. We all ramping them up. And so I'm slowly ramping them up. I didn't just throw them into the mire. I'm slowly ramping them up on the content creation. And you won't notice a change on your end. But what it'll do is it'll free me up and it'll seem like it's 20 of me instead of 10 in me. And you're going to be like, Anton is the hardest working man on YouTube. I am, because now I have the capacity to do more things that actually add value into my life. Right? They get in the bag. They making a lot of money. I'm putting them in a position of power, giving them more responsibility. I brought more people onto the team, and that has allowed for me to then be able to run a lot faster, be a lot more successful, be greater. I'm giving you a business lesson, and you don't even know it. Fast is slow, and slow is fast. Look at me. I got the wrong microphone up. Shout out to me. Now we back. Y'all got me out here sounding like a dusty. Didn't even notice it. Slow is fast and fast is slow. You have to make the right decisions and get the right structure in place. For those of you that tap in for a coaching call, tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. If you need to get in touch with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. And I'm going to get your life right. I'm going to get your life right. I'm going to get your marriage right. I'm going to get every single thing in your life right. Let me read some of these super chats. Kelvin says, shout out to Kelvin for being a good sport yesterday. He said, I'm not your people, but I will take advice. Kelvin, you are my people. You want to know why you my people? You're not my people when it comes to aligning yourself based off a race. But you are my people when it comes to aligning yourself based off of character. If you are a good person, we can have civil discourse. We're going to look at things differently. It's just like family members. We argue all the time. But it does not mean that if you are a good person with good character, that you are not my people. I don't align myself with people based off of race. I align myself with people based off of whether or not we are going in the same direction. I agree with this delayed gratification. We may disagree on some stuff, but I agree with this. And we're not all going to agree on everything. We're going to have civil discourse. Asia McMillan says, got to stay down and focus to sustain greatness for an extended period of time. Sustainability is key. And you know what else I love about people that come over here that's not originally from the United States of America? They have a different type of work ethic, which often at times you'll see that they wind up being a lot more successful. It's more than one factor as to why somebody is successful. And it's not just because they came over here or whatever, so on and so forth. You actually still got to do the work too. So two things can be true at the same time. Also, my daughter, I'm sitting there last night, and because I had a little bit more time and I got the fellas out of here, they got on their way, they started doing their work and things like that. I'm chilling with my daughter, and I'm starting to spend a lot more time with my daughter. It seems like as she get older, because she's in high school now, she want to spend more time with me. It's like in middle school, she was just like, yo, I want to go and do everything and I want to party. But now she's in high school. She like, Dad, we need to make sure that we spending time on the weekends. I'm like, what? She like, yeah, we need to spend more time on the weekend. So we spend a lot of time together, me and my daughter. I mean, a lot of time. And I've been fortunate enough to watch her grow up and be an integral part of her life. And so she's sitting with me, and it kind of broke my heart a little bit when she said last night, and I want to get straight into the Adam Levine thing right after that. We sitting, and we were watching Above the Rim. She was like, yo, Dad, because I'm flipping through Netflix. She said, is that Tupac? I said, yes, that's Tupac. She was like, let's watch that. She's like, I'm going to throw that on my downloads and watch Above the Rim. So we watching Above the Rim last night, and she's laying on my back. So I'm laying this way. Rita's laying the opposite way. She's watching it. And me and Leslie, it's like me, and then it's her on top of me. And she's literally we watching Above the Rim. And she said, Dad, can you pause it for a minute? And I said, yeah. She said, I don't know what I want to do. And I said, what do you mean, Leslie? And she said, I don't know what I want to do in life. And I said, you don't have to worry about what you want to do in life. The only thing you have to worry about right now as a ninth grader is having fun as a child. You have no pressures. You have no worries. I said, you don't even have to play sports. You ain't got to do taekwondo. You don't have to do nothing. The only thing you have to do is live and enjoy life. Make sure you're doing things the right way. Don't get caught up in no problems, and you always going to be taken care of. I said, you ain't got to worry about getting no scholarship. She said, yeah, I know. I just thought about that. I said, you are taken care of as far as your schooling, your scholarships. You will be fine. She says, I am worried though a little bit. I said, why? She said, this is the part that kind of broke my heart. She said, because what if I don't, what did she say? She says, where am I going to work? I said, why are you worried about that? You'll probably work for me. She says, because I'm just worried because it breaks my heart. She says, I'm worried because what if I don't become better than you? And I said, what makes you think that you got to become better than me? She says, because, you was better than your father and he was better than his father. I said, you are my baby. You are a girl. You are not to be worrying about money. You're not to be worrying about being better. You're not worried about nothing. I want you to focus on being a child. She said, but they tease me in school. I said, what do they tease you about? She says, every time I come to school, they say, oh, you got the I-414. That must be your daddy's money. Oh, you got them new dunks, them pandas. That must be your daddy's money. I said, Leslie, when have you ever cared about what anybody else thinks? She was like, yeah, it's a new school or whatever. And I said, you need to lean into it. If they gonna tease you about your daddy having money, I said, what they done paid for? She said, nothing. I said, yeah, so you need to be telling them. That's why my daddy got more money than you. And she started cracking up or whatever. But I was just telling her, I said, listen, don't worry about that. You got your whole life to be grown. Fast is slow and slow is fast. Enjoy your childhood. Enjoy your life. You are well taken care of. You don't have the same worries as other little girls. You don't have the same worries as other little kids. You ain't got to worry about student debt when you're going into college. But it gave me a fire. You can see how my voice is starting to change a little bit. It gave me a fire within me because now I have to go 10 times harder to make sure that my daughter has every leverage and advantage over every other kid in the United States of America. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm always trying to make sure that I give you a little bit more of my life so that you can understand why I do what I do, why I go so hard, why it's important for me to pour into other people, why I'm so passionate about the things that I talk about. It's because of her. It's because of you. It's because of everybody that's around me that gleans from me. And I want to leave everything on the table. I want to make sure that y'all got everything that y'all need to be successful. And I want to make sure that you got what you need in order to, be able to pour into your kids and stuff too. So maybe you can take my experiences, good or bad, and then, use that how you see fit to maybe benefit yourself. All right. So I love you guys. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. All right. So let's get into it. All right. I don't know what story I want to start with first. Let's go into Adam Levine, right? We're going to deep dive straight into Adam Levine. All right. Adam Levine. The thing that's so funny about this is because a lot of people move based off of proximity and who it is that they look like and sound like and were raised around and things like that. The narrative is always that black men, black women. But I'm trying to tell you, white men are some of the biggest cheaters in the world. You do know that white men were the ones that started MGTOW, men going their own way. We're doing the same thing that the feminists did. Men are doing the same thing that feminists did because feminism was not created by black women. Now, again, I want to preface this by saying that I align with everybody, which means that everybody can get this smoke. I am an equal accountability smoke giver. I give smoke to everybody. I celebrate everybody. The same way that I was giving smoke to these immigrants and these black immigrants and these Mexicans and all of this other type of stuff, I'm going to give it to white men too. You are not exempt. White men, white women. I know y'all listen to my stuff. I'll be running into y'all in real life. I know who I'll be coaching. Y'all can get this smoke too. Feminism was not created by black women, but it was championed by black women because it was a way for them to be able to leverage a bad situation into a good situation, even though it quite possibly could have hurt them in the long run as far as destroying the family unit. And the same thing that's happening to white men and black men. Black men have leaned heavily on this movement of turning away from women because of the circumstances and the situations that they put themselves in, right? And so what you see happening in the manosphere today, the black manosphere was happening in the white manosphere way before black men caught wind of it. And let me also give you a little bit of insight. It ain't just white men and it ain't just black men. You know some of the men that I coach the most that are having the most problems with their women? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm sorry, fellas. I got to give them a little bit of this tea. Asian men. Asian men have more problems. And I'm talking about Japanese, Chinese, all across the board. Asian men are catching it way worse than black men. I'm trying to tell you, Asian men silently whine and complain way more than black men. You just don't hear it because you're not in these circles. But when I get coaching calls, I'm telling you, and it's a growing segment, I get them from Asian men. Y'all don't want to believe it. Y'all don't want to believe it because you think that you are in this by yourself. And so it's easy to say black men, the black community, so on and so forth. But I'm trying to tell you that black men that are winning are having no problems whatsoever. Everybody loves black men that's winning. Everybody. Some of the most sought after specimen and species on the face of this earth. The only men that are having issues are men that are losing. The only black men that are having issues are men that are losing. Now I'm prefacing this because I want to give you a look. You know me, I do deep dives. I don't just give you the surface level. This is what's happening in the streets or whatever. Listen, we don't do that. We do deep dives because I want you to understand that you need to get out of the victim Olympics and complaining and crying about the situation that you found yourself in because 9 times out of 10, it's self-inflicted. It is self-inflicted. Take Adam Levine, for example. Adam has been married for approximately 8 years to his woman, pictured right here. Adam has been married for 8 years. Adam has multiple children. But you know what's happening to Adam right now? Adam is catching the bad end of the stick. And you know who doesn't feel sorry for Adam right now? Because nobody feels sorry for men. And nobody is a victim. And 9 times out of 10 is self-inflicted. But Adam said, you know what? I need to spin the block a little bit. Ooh, that ain't no Becky. That's Sumter. That ain't no Becky. That's Sumter right there. Listen, y'all want to kill Future? Holla at Adam. Y'all want to kill Future? Holla at Adam. Now listen. Think about this for a second. Adam is married to, what's this chick's name? Let me find out who this chick name is real quick. I need to know what her name is. I need to know who this chick name is real quick. Give me a second. Adam is married to Behati Prinsloo. Behati Prinsloo. This is Behati Prinsloo. And Adam has been married for like 8 years. But Adam is caught up with Sumter Stroh. Ooh, Sumter Stroh. Now, before we get into Sumter Stroh, utilizing the devil's work, and the devil's work is TikTok specifically, the internet, social media that was created for good, but somehow y'all found a way to use it for bad. Sumter said, let me get my camera and put Adam on Front Street. Now, I am going to share with you Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C, and Exhibit D. And I want you guys, I am going to open up the lines for anybody that may or may not disagree with me. I am curious as to what you guys' thoughts are once we go through and we figure out what the heck is Adam Levine doing. Listen, high value man, getting money, been getting it for an extended period of time, millionaire, married, man of status, kids, walking around with his mustache out. Y'all seen him. Y'all seen Adam out here. Got the tattoos, rock star, singing some of the best songs on the internet. Shout out to Adam. What y'all like to call them? Y'all like to call them the white zaddy. Adam Levine is out here in these streets. So, before we get into Adam, I would like to find out a little bit more about Sumter, because for some reason, men in general, and I'm not just going to say black men, men in general cannot resist the IG models. And I'm trying to figure out why. What is so enticing about these chicks for the streets that you guys feel the need to risk it all for? Risking it all. Now, who knows? Maybe they got an agreement. Maybe they don't. But this is Sumner, a Texas alum. Hey, Sumner, 426,000. Look at this. Look at this milk of magnesia. Tell me you wouldn't let her touch on you. She got that little arch in her back. Listen, I know that black men like them big and round. But I'm trying to tell you that Sumner says, listen, I can do things that your chick won't do. The prettiest face ever. Look at all of these chicks that's in her comments. The prettiest face ever. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Texas girl is in the building. Oh, she did the Beyonce. Oh, okay, I got you. Let's go through some of these and see who Sumner is. Look at Sumner. Sumner is out here trapping you, big dog. Don't you realize that this is a trap? That ain't nothing but the devil, homie. Homie, that ain't nothing but the devil and his minions working overtime to ensure that you are caught up. Shout out to my girl Onyx. She says, I think I'm on super chat punishment, but you better preach. I am preaching today, Onyx. Freaky Jason. Shout out to Freaky Jason. My dog Dalen says, tell her to say this is what happens when your father is father and not a baby daddy. Shout out to the Pookies. He talking about me talking to my daughter. Leslie, let's listen. And let me tell you, gentlemen, before we get into the trash for the day, as far as all of the Sumner and Adam Levine talk, there is nothing more powerful in a young girl's life than two parents and a strong father. A strong father figure in her presence. We ain't never got to worry about a Sumner. We ain't got to worry about it. But look at Sumner. This is the devil. The devil don't come with horns and his face burning. It comes in the form of this type of chick that is enticing you to get between her legs and is screenshotting and recording your conversations, and you cannot control what she's doing. Sumner, let me show you what the devil look like. That's it. And all his demons and minions. All of his demons and minions. Look at her. Thirst trapping. No, Anton. She's just putting on clothes for the internet. Look at this. Let me guess. She just so happened to be taking a shower and the cameraman walked by and said, hey, let me get a shot of you. Look at him. And you got fooled. You got tricked. You let Sumner, let me show you what tricked you. You let this chick, that's what y'all get for spending all of that time in the Dominican Republic, and you like to go over into these Asian countries and all of this other type of stuff. And this is what you said you wanted. Marcel, this is what they said they wanted, big dog. She got the guy for the minute after she exposed him or her OnlyFans. Her OnlyFans numbers are about to shoot up. Win-win. Got caught slipping, and now she came up. She didn't came up, Marcel. Marcel says he was so lost that he tried to name a baby after her. Ain't that something? So let's go into what Sumner decided that she wanted to say about Adam. Adam is being fooled the same way that the other Adam got fooled way early in the Bible. Except for he ain't get fooled by Eve. He got fooled by Sumner. Let's see exactly what Sumner had to do. This is what happens when you are a man of high status and you're unwilling to control your cock, and you find yourself in a situation in which your side chick is then trying to become your main chick. But then once your side chick realizes she can't become your main chick, she lashes out with the evidence. Let's continue.
I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off because I've retaken this like 10 times now. Essentially, I was having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model.
Tell me all the business. I was having an affair. We're going to let the whole thing play, and then we're going to come back and break this down, ladies and gentlemen.
At the time, I was young, I was naive, and I mean, quite frankly, I feel exploited. I wasn't in the scene like I am now, so I was definitely very easily manipulated. Maroon 5 is practically elevator music at this point, so I'm sure you know who Adam Levine is.
Oh, Jesus.
But Adam and I were seeing each other for about a year. After I stopped talking to him over, a period of months, this is how he came back into my life. He said, okay, serious question. I'm having another baby, and if it's a boy, I really want to name it Sumner. You okay with that? Dead serious. I was like, I'm in hell. Like, I have to be in hell at this point. I mean, my morals were unknowingly compromised. I was completely manipulated. I wanted to handle this privately. I never wanted to come forward because obviously I know the implications that come with doing what I do, making money the way I do, and being an Instagram model. So being tied to a story like this, it's like, I know the stereotypes. I had sent some screenshots recklessly to a few friends I thought I trusted, and one of them had attempted to sell to a tabloid. So here I am.
So let's go back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to break this down like we do on a Millionaire Morning Show. We're going to go frame by frame. And we're going to deal with Sumner the same way that we deal with all of these hoes for the streets.
I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off because I've retaken this like 10 times now. Essentially,
First of all, and again, you guys have to pay attention to what's going on here. All right? Don't go by what she's saying entirely. Go by all of the other context clues that you're able to grasp outside of this video. First of all, she's skimpy. She's thirst trapping you at this very moment, meaning that she's always looking at things from a business perspective. Let me say it again. Thirst trapping at this very moment. Always looking at things from a business perspective. I'm not even sure she has on pants. She's definitely going to show us the cleavage. Clout chasing and thirst trapping in every way possible. Okay? She made sure that she got dressed up. She made sure that she got her eyebrows done. She got her butterfly eyelashes popping. She probably got on contacts because I don't believe that those are her real eyes, but who can say? Hair seems like, oh, okay, I just woke up, but it's very much the same way that it was in other pictures, meaning that this is a pattern. right? Got her lip gloss on, got her veneers popping. Everything is aligned. She probably, listen, her tongue is nice and reddish, meaning that she got her tongue scraper popping, the whole 9 yards. She got everything perfectly set up, which means that this is also a premeditated video that she had been anticipating and practicing on doing for a long time. Let's continue.
Was having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model.
Now, at first, she was going to reel you in. And then, as you'll see later on in the video, or later on in her exploit, she decided to just go all the way in and say, listen, this is who he is, whatever, so on and so forth. This is the very definition of clout chasing. Gentlemen, there are many of you that are watching this live stream right now or that are restreaming it. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. There are many of you that is watching this live stream right now. And you are going to be tempted on your way up to the top. When I pray in the morning, I pray for character. I do not pray for money. I don't pray for things. I don't pray to make me richer. I don't pray to be able to buy the Pistons. I understand that me becoming the best version of myself is going to come along. The money is coming with it. I pray for good character because character will keep you. Let me say it again for the people in the back. Character will keep you when you then have access to be doing whatever it is that you want to do. Meaning, what do you do when nobody else is looking? What happens when you really get the money? Because money doesn't make you a better person. It makes you more of what you already are. Access. Let's continue.
At the time, I was young, I was naive, and quite frankly, I feel exploited. I wasn't.
So how was she exploited? How was she exploited? Who doesn't know? First of all, if Adam Levine hits you up, you know exactly what he's hitting you up for. He's not hitting you up because he thinks you're smart. He did not, in the words of a guy that I did a live stream on as far as reacting to how it is that he rage quit off the Lapeef Let's Talk show a couple weeks ago. He was not looking to see if you were with your church friends. And what is an IG model anyway? What is an IG model anyway? I'm just curious. Can somebody please help me to understand what an IG model is? Does that mean that you just get a lot of likes, you got a lot of followers, people only follow you to see what your body is like? What is an IG model? I don't know what that is because it doesn't carry the same cachet as saying, well, she was a Victoria's Secret model. What the heck is an IG model anyway? But Sumner says, listen, I was young, I was naive, I believed that I was manipulated, I was taken advantage of. But let me really tell you what she's saying. I was a whore. I was willing to sell my cock for some clout, and I wanted to be associated with Adam. And so what it is when he hit me up, I said, yeah, I want to be with you, but I also wanted the clout to come along with it. And I wanted people to know eventually that I was with Adam. So I was screenshotting and I'm taking advantage of all of this stuff or whatever, so on and so forth. There is no way in which you can prevent yourself from being taken advantage of, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, I don't care if you give her an NDA. What's stopping her from going public and saying whatever it is that she want to say and completely ruin your reputation? Regardless of whatever your reactive actions are after she breaks the NDA, she already ruined your reputation. NDAs don't even mean anything no more. Nobody even respect the NDA no more. NDA meaning a non-disclosure agreement. Basically, you can't say certain things that's happening, whatever, so on and so forth. That junk don't even work no more. So she says that she was manipulated. But here's the biggest thing that I'm taking away from this. Before we continue, you can't trust this hoe. And the reason why you can't trust her is because she's already playing the victim, even though you're the one that's being exposed. You didn't do anything to her. You didn't take her against her will. You didn't do anything. Imagine what would happen if she decided when she gets grown and she get into her full form, her final form, and she starts to hit the wall and her Instagram career starts to go down the drain, and she starts losing followers because men have moved on to a younger, prettier model. They traded in that 40 for 220s. Imagine what she'll do. Imagine the men that she'll come back for. Imagine the possibilities, allegedly, of being Me Too'd. Imagine what these women are capable of. And again, see, y'all looking at it just from the perspective of, and these are the guys that say, well, men, they exercise their options. You're looking at it from the perspective of getting your cock wet. I'm telling you that the long-term repercussions and the fact that you may lose sleep overnight because you have no clue what this chick is capable of or what she's going to come back and accuse you of, even if you didn't do it, even if you had no kind of... Listen, they came and got Bill Cosby, chicks that he paid for to go to college. They was coming back into his hotel room. He had straight up relationships with these chicks for years and took care of them. And they came back like 40, 50 years later looking just like a bag of raisins. These hoes was old. And they came back for him and said, but listen, you know what? You know what? I'm a little tired, and I think that Bill Cosby did a little bit more than I thought he was doing. Even though I came back to his hotel room, even though I let him bust it down for another 75 times, I came back. I let him pay for my college. I let him take care of me for my whole life. But you know what? I looked in the mirror and I'm a raisin today. I got all the wrinkles in the world. I look like a POS. And I think that, my memory serves me correctly. I think I did it a little bit different. What I'm trying to tell you is that the long-term repercussions that come along with putting yourself in a compromising position today, even for 5 minutes, can possibly and strongly, it's a strong possibility, it will come back to haunt you for the rest of your life. And it's not worth it. It ain't never been a chick in the history of chicks that has been worth that hot yoga session that has not come back and cost a man money. Let's continue.
In the scene like I am now. So I was definitely very easily manipulated. Maroon 5 is practically...
Look at this, and let me read it. He wrote her, it is truly unreal how effing hot you are. Like, it blows my mind. Now, there's 2 ways to look at this, ladies and gentlemen. You got to look at it from the wife's perspective that has multiple kids. Because think about it. Listen, this is not a gossip session. This is teaching you how it all comes back to the money. Because then you'll have Adam Levine and then you'll have a bunch of red pill incel men come back and say, listen, she took him to the cleaners and it was unfair and all of this other type of stuff. And she shouldn't be getting this type of child support or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Look at this dude being reckless in you know me, I'm so used to cussing. I'm trying my hardest. This dude is in the DMs. He didn't even try to put it on vanish mode. Adam Levine don't even got it in vanish mode. He just got it in regular mode. Not that vanish mode gives you any more of an anonymity or anything like that. This dude got it in regular mode, sending out regular DMs with the blue check. He ain't send a security guard. He ain't send a ghost account. He ain't do nothing. This dude is just out here shooting his shot in the DMs like a regular everyday guy. What is wrong with Adam? And why is he not have handlers in his circle that help him to understand that, yo, fam, you can't be doing that, Adam. Adam don't even got it in vanish mode. Why you ain't got it in vanish mode, Adam? Jesus Christ. And he just typing. He just typing it out. Go ahead. Let's continue to see what Adam said.
Elevator music at this point, so I'm sure you know who Adam Levine is.
Look at what he said. Look at these DMs. Look, and she moved out the way for us. Thank you, Sumner. Let me see what Adam is saying. She says, now, does this sound like a woman that's been manipulated? I mean, I think the same. Seeing you in person, I was like, I'm effed. So she was like, give me that zaddy. Adam went ahead, probably allegedly, I don't know. We don't know what the rest of the story is. All we can go by is what this chick for the streets is telling us. The chick for the streets says, yeah, zaddy, you are over. And listen, she might not even have thought he was that hot. Like, she might have thought he was fine or whatever, but she probably didn't even think like, oh man, he is like irresistible. She might have been with Lil Pookie over there that was busting her down that she thought was way hotter. She might be into black guys. Who knows? We have no clue. But she was going to finesse him because he had him. She probably Googled how to finesse, what to say in the DMs of how to finesse an Adam Levine type of guy. And it probably says, seeing you in person, I was like, I'm effed. And then he just went on ahead and just dove right in. He just jumped right on into the mire. He says, you are 50 times hotter in person, meaning that he had already... Hold on. Let's put this together, y'all. Let's really, really put this together. Hold on one second. Let me read some of these super chats. Marcel says she was a victim. Noble Xavier says, but the only way to find heaven is through what? Hold on. You inspired me. Hold on. Because every time I see something like this happen, I got to refer back to the minister.
I want to tell you something.
Okay.
My teacher,
your teacher, not my teacher,
Honorable Elijah Muhammad said,
okay,
the only heaven for man is found in a woman.
Yeah. Preach it, Pastor. Preach it, minister. Preach it. Hallelujah. Let him have his way.
Now you want to go to heaven. And you don't even have to die.
Tell them what you got to get.
You just got to find you a woman.
That ain't what Adam said. That ain't what Adam in the Bible said, and that ain't what Adam Levine said. Now, before we come back to the woman, I want to give you a little bit of insight of what Sumner got these dudes doing out here. Now, we all seen a text where Adam was like, yo, listen, I've been DMing you for a while, and you 50 times hotter in person, which means he linked up with her. But then Adam decided to double down, right? Let me tell you what Adam did. Adam said, listen, this is what Adam said. Let me show you what Adam said. We got to get out the way. Adam said, oh, hold on. That's the wrong one. That's a whole nother conversation. Adam said, I ain't had no affair. He said, I didn't do it. He must not have took the Chris Brown school of denial. Adam said, listen, I ain't even did nothing. I ain't linked up with that chick in person at all. Well, Sumner just put your DMs out there and said that she looked 50 times hotter in person. What was y'all doing? Playing hopscotch? Listen. I don't know any regular man that has been DMing back and forth and linking up with a chick, FaceTiming, and then they link up with him in person, and then y'all both think each other hot, and y'all don't do nothing. You ain't pull out a nipple. You ain't did nothing. Because maybe, listen, he might not have did nothing. I have no clue. All I know is I am not familiar with men that have been interacting with different women, link up with them in person, and then they was like, listen, you was 50 times hotter in person. It's just not adding up. The numbers don't make sense. So this is what he said. He says, following the allegations that he cheated on his wife and wanted to name their child. There's only one or two ways that happened, right? This is Adam fumbling the bizag. Adam Levine is fumbling the bizag. Adam told this hoe, listen, I want to name my son after you. First of all, who names their son Sumner? Sumner. Who names their son Sumner? What does she do and what kind of Gawk 3000 does she have? What model does she have in which you're willing to name your unborn son your side chick's name? Who does that? What Hover 3000, what vacuum cleaner does she have down her throat to take the whole thing that you would name your son, allegedly, you would name your son after your side chick? But this is what he said. A lot is being said about me right now, and I want to clear the air. He said, listen, I talked to my people, and this is what they told me to tell you. They didn't watch the whole TikTok. Yo, listen, celebrities and all of these people, if y'all are having problems, y'all need to email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. I will make sure that I remain in the background. I will not tell your business or whatever, so on and so forth. But y'all need to tap in with me because y'all need a person that is both familiar with how it is that you're supposed to move in the public eye, as well as a person that is familiar with the streets, because the math ain't mathing, big dog. You're going to have to get a better story than this. He said a lot is being said about me right now, and I just want to clear the air. The Maroon 5 frontman wrote in a statement on his verified Instagram stories on Tuesday. Let me see if I can pull up these Instagram stories. Let me get the devil off of my screen. Adam Levine. No more Instagram story. Look at this foolishness. Look. Right after. Dog, you cannot make this stuff up. Right after or right before, right after he posted this, look at his post. Right after he said men shouldn't be making laws about women's bodies. We know, Adam, this is what you found yourself into. What a simp. What a sucker. Now tell me if y'all feel sorry for Adam. Look. Me and wifey, hey girl, me and wifey having a good time. Forget him. He very well may be a rock star. Maybe they got an agreement. Maybe he can do what he want to do when he want to do it. I don't know. But it just don't look good. It don't look good. Right after he simped out. Oh, not Adam saying Black Lives Matters. Oh, Jesus. Don't tell me you one of those guys that say I got black friends. Please don't tell me you one of those guys that say I got black friends, Adam. Oh, Jesus. He got the picture of George. Oh, God. Well, we know that ain't the kid that you was trying to name after her. Look at this simp. Yo, if you want to know who a person is, all you got to do is go to their social media. It's the first thing that I do when I'm about to hire somebody. The first thing I do when I'm about to hire somebody is I go to their social media and I check them out. Adam. I'm about to change my Instagram. I am definitely about to change my Instagram. Are y'all following me on Instagram? I'm about to change my Instagram. I'm changing it up. I'm deleting everything on Instagram today and I'm changing it up. Shout out to my dog Bricks. Might have to get myself together. Oh, look at me with the puppy. Yeah, I'm changing my Instagram. Enough is enough. Well, let's go back to the story at hand. So, Adam said, I want to clear the air. I used poor judgment, was speaking with anyone other than my wife in any kind of flirtatious manner. I did not have an affair. Nevertheless, I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life. What does that mean? What does it mean I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life? Does that mean that you want to take it back? Does that mean that things are off? I have no clue what that means. He said, I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life. Let me read some of y'all super chats. The woke allies do the most dirt. Shout out to Off the Rip. Mr. Chambers says they just got together and prayed. Silhouette says Adam want to be Bill Clinton so bad. There's levels to this big dog. Womp, womp, womp. Y'all like how I know the sound effects? Yeah. My dog Maury. Maury says this is definitely not the first girl Adam smashed since he's been with his wife. He's probably smashed dozens. However, this is the first that decided to expose him so the others might pop out too. Oh, Maury, you have no clue. Let me tell you why you have no clue. They just talked, Anton. Let the man live. Okay, I got y'all. He was just talking. Avatar says the spirit of Delilah is strong in these streets. You know what's so weird? Let's come back to this part. Because there are more women sounding off on Adam Levine. You don't say. Is that not the same thing that I already warned y'all against that I said was going to happen? All you need is one. Let me say that one more time. All you need is one. And then you open up the floodgates for the wolves to come out. You open up the floodgates for the wolves. So now, this is what you see happening. This story has taken its toll on pop culture fans. On September 19th, which was 2 days ago, Adam Levine denied claims he cheated on his wife. He said, I used poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than my wife in any kind of flirtatious matter, and I did not have an affair nevertheless. Now, this is what Adam said, okay? Now, shout out to the Me Too movement. Other stars appear to weigh in on a situation and share their own 2 cents. When apologizing for cheating publicly, I hate the we will get through it together part from a man. Don't speak for her. You've done enough. So now you have all of these other people that are showing up out of the woodwork, and these women taking a TikTok to slam Adam and Sumner for their part in the drama. Oh, yeah. I don't know why we continue to blame women for men's mistakes. Men in a position of power talk to women twice, least half their age. So women talk to men twice their age. You're obligated to be the one that's loyal. Having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time I was young, naive, quiet, blah, 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 blah. So listen, here's the biggest part. They share daughters Dusty Rose and Geo Grace, and they've just confirmed their 3rd pregnancy on September 15th. So literally 6 days ago, they confirmed that they were having another child. And then this is when this funky hoe gonna go in and try to ruin a man's family. Now listen. I'm not an advocate for cheating. I'm not an advocate for doing anything. Listen, I think that you need to abide by whatever rules and standards that you set within your relationship. But let one thing be clear as I go back to this video. Let one thing be clear, and I'm gonna say this with my chest. I don't like snitches. And a snitch is much different than somebody that is a concerned citizen in the community. Let me explain to you the difference. I don't like snitches. Now, somebody that is a concerned citizen in the community is much different than a snitch. And this is where the black community has gone wrong, okay? So, a concerned citizen is if I see you out the window bussing in my neighbor's car, I have an obligation to keep my community safe by calling the police and making sure that you go to jail. All right? A snitch is much different. A snitch is a person that participated in the crime with you, and in order to make themselves look better or get back at you or to get themselves out of a situation, they decide to throw you under a bus. 2 accomplices that is doing a crime together, in which obviously she participated willingly, according to her own admission and her own shared DMs. I cannot stand, and I'm going to say it with my chest, somebody that is looking to destroy somebody else's family when you were an accomplice and participated in it yourself. I don't like it. She's trying to ruin this man's kids' lives for clout. Yes, Jay Ali, he was trying to name the baby after her. We're going to get back into that. She's trying to ruin this man's life and family. This man has dozens, probably hundreds of employees and people that directly and indirectly benefit off of what his career is. Now, if he just get caught and he just in a mess, he just get caught. But I have no respect for her. Zero. She is the bottom of the earth. She is the scum. She is the worst of the worst. And she benefited off of rocking with him, and now is trying to tear him down in order to step on his corpse to continue to elevate herself to a greater status. And this is nothing more than clout chasing. This is not her being manipulated with her extra injected collagen lips. Because don't believe for 1 second that them lips is real. I don't believe that the lips is real. I'm not saying that they're not real, allegedly, right? But they look like they got injections in them. Don't think for 1 second that this woman is a victim. She is not. She is literally worse than Adam Levine himself. Yes, I said it and I'm going to say it again. This woman, in my personal opinion, and I am more than welcome. Listen, you know me, I will drop the link in the description for those of you that may feel differently. Now, I don't want you to come on the panel unless you disagree with me. You may have a completely different perspective, but I am going to drop the link in the chat for those of you that may feel differently. I believe that this woman is the scum of the earth. I genuinely do. I believe she is the scum of the earth. I believe she is 10 times worse than Adam Levine. I just dropped the link in the description. You are more than willing to come up here if you feel differently. Make sure you got your camera on and good lighting, because we are just going to have a civilized conversation. If you think that she is different, or you think any differently than me, if you think that he holds more responsibility, that he is more culpable, that she is innocent, or if you disagree with anything that I'm saying today, or yesterday, or the day before, be more than welcome to be able to come on camera and have that conversation with me. The link is in the description. I'm going to assume that if you do not come on camera, or if you did not cam up, or you did not call in, then you agree with everything I'm saying today. That's what I'm assuming. You are agreeing with everything that I'm saying today. That's what I'm assuming. So let's continue. Let's get the breakdown of what it is that she did in order to make sure that she destroyed a man's family.
The Band-Aid off because I've retaken this like 10 times now. Essentially,
did she say I recorded this like 10 times now? Was she practicing? Let me see that again.
I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off because I've retaken this like 10 times now.
Say that one more time.
I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off because I've retaken this like 10 times now. Essentially, I was having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time, you know, I was young, I was naive, and I mean, quite frankly, I feel exploited.
How old is she? Because she said that he talked to him, she's been talking to him for about a year. So did she grow up any? Over the last, now Dalen, I'm assuming that you disagree with something that I'm saying. Is that true? Do you disagree with something that I'm saying, Dalen? Oh, okay. So let me bring up Dalen really quickly before we finish this video. I'm curious as to what Dalen's take is and why he would disagree with something that I'm saying. What is going on here, huh? So Dalen said, Anton, I disagree with something that you're saying. I like looking at myself. Anton 2 times is in the building. What's going on, Dalen?
What's going on? It's not, for the most part, I agree with everything you're saying, especially the last part about her being scum. But I would argue more so on the NDA side because a lot of high value men, they have escorts, they have services that they go to where they are protected, where they are discreet, where they can get by. So that's why I was saying I don't understand why these celebrities, especially these men, think that these women really want them for them. No, they want the clout. So why not protect yourself at all costs if you have something to lose, like you say?
But the problem with your argument, Dalen, is that it's still a possibility that you can. The only way that you can protect yourself at all costs is not to put yourself in that position at all.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. But I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna dip out, like, I guarantee you, if you have in that NDA that if somebody talks, they gotta pull up some coins, they gonna keep their mouth shut because that's what she's after. She's after the bag too. So she wants the clout. She wants the money. So, well, you talk, you gonna pay me.
Nope. I don't think that these high profile men, they're more skeptical of escort services because those are people just like them. The escort services women, see, escort services ain't the same as it used to be for a lot of these guys, right? Okay. Because back in the day, you didn't have social media. Social media has changed everything. Anybody can pick up a camera and say whatever they want to say whenever they want to say it, bro. A lot of these guys, let me tell you what really happens in some of these rooms, all right? So what happens is, in most instances, and the way in which they protect themselves have nothing to do with the escort services themselves. They don't trust them any more than they trust the IG model. Not even a little bit. What happens is everything is routed through some undisclosed person that is a part of their team. That's A. B, they make sure that they collect all of their items and their phones and they search these chicks before they even get in a room with them. So they have multi-layers or different layers of security and protocol in which they operate to make sure that these people cannot record their conversations, cannot tie it back to them, cannot make sure that, they take a picture of them or a snapshot of DM or so on and so forth. What they do is that they add multiple layers in addition to the NDA because they don't believe that the NDA is going to stick, okay? What they do is they add all of these different layers to where if you then at some point say anything, first of all, they can sue you. And secondly, who's to believe you? Because we just going to think that you clout chasing because you don't have any evidence to be able to back up what you're saying. You can say anything you want, but that don't necessarily mean that it's true.
Right. So that's what I don't understand about this. Like, you have the resources to have all of this available to you. Why does she have this kind of access to you and can put you out on Front Street like this?
Well, what happens is he's probably done it before. And however he's been moving his stuff.
Really, he has.
And it only took one chick that he didn't realize was clout chasing to put him in a bad position, in which that's why I was saying apparently he don't have the right team around him to be able to put himself in that position. Or the only other thing that I can think of with regard to this is that he's not used to doing this, or he probably hasn't really cheated that often. Nah. That's the only thing that I can think of. The only other way, right? The only other way is that he's been rocking out with different chicks that's been willing to keep quiet, whether he took care of them, whether they was just happy to be with him, whether they paid him off or whatever. That's the only other thing that I can think of. But it's no way that he's just moving around recklessly out here like this, and this has just been the first time that he did it. It's impossible, bro.
Right. All right. Well, I just wanted to come up and kind of clear that real quick. Appreciate the time.
All right, my friend. Thank you for coming through.
No problem. Thank you.
So anybody else that has any comment or any other thought as a result of this, you are more than willing to cam up. Now, here's the caveat to this, and this is just my personal opinion. I don't feel like going through all of that, and it's just not worth my effort and my time, and you still have the possibility to get, that's almost like, it's like being a dope dealer, right? And it's like, yo, all I got to do is get caught once, and I'm screwed forever. It's like, I'd rather not deal dope and just go and get a regular job. If you want to, here's the thing. If you want to go out here and do what you want to do, then just be Future. Because nobody is going off on Future. Everybody is going off on Russell Wilson. They not going off on Future. They like, yo, why did you take Future's scraps from Longshank's table? Nobody is going off on Future. They're like, Future is single. He not married. So what difference does it make? Whatever. She wasn't yours. She was for the street. It was just your turn. Nobody is tripping on Future. Like, if you want to move in that way, now I'm not telling you that you should be having kids out of wedlock, but if you want to just be out here single and mingling and busting down whatever chicks you want to bust down, ain't nobody tripping off the James Hardens. Because James Harden ain't married. He just out here living. Now let LeBron move around like James Harden and everybody going to be trying to kill LeBron. Ain't nobody tripping off of Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio don't even let his chicks get over 25 years of age before he trades in and trades up for a new model. Leonardo DiCaprio treat women like they leases in cars. He leases his women. I'm just telling you. Leonardo DiCaprio leases women. Every time the lease is up, he go and trade in for a new model or 2 or 3. And they be happy to be there. They just be happy to be there. Meanwhile, you got Adam over here telling this chick that he gonna name his son after her and fumble in the bag. And now she over here talking about how she gonna move and what she gonna do. Nobody is tripping off Leo because Leo said, you know what? I'm just not even gonna get married. I'm chilling. And Adam is over here fumbling the bag. Now, everybody got smoke for Adam. Ain't nobody did one video about Leonardo DiCaprio. We go and see his movies. Basketball Diaries was awesome. We look at Titanic and we held it in high esteem. Leo got his ducks in a row. He chilling. Leo is chilling. Nobody cares. Nobody is checking for Leo. Nobody's done a report on Leo. That Batman scene where he took the whole symphony orchestra with the Joker, and he took the whole symphony orchestra in order to go and get the Chinese man overseas, and he took all of the women on the boat with him. That's Leonardo DiCaprio. That was a Leo scene, right? Wolf of Wall Street, some of those scenes was real Leo in real life. Meanwhile, you got Adam over here talking about, I'm going to name my son after you, Sumner, because apparently you doing something crazy to me. And then he fumbled in the bag even more by not just being quiet. Let me tell you where else these celebrities go stupid and dumb. They keep talking and releasing statements. Don't say nothing. Don't even address it. Let them wallow, and this story will go away as soon as the next celebrity do something stupid. Let me give you an example. Watch this. Perfect example. Watch how I hit y'all with this one. Remember when everybody was coming after Usher? You had different women that was trying to sue him, saying that he was giving them venereal diseases and herpes. And then he had, guess when all of that happened? Around the time that he got married to his assistant. But you know what Usher did? Usher didn't say nothing. He ain't said one word. You know what Usher did? Usher went and he got him some skates. You ain't got to call. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be all right tonight. You ain't got the call. Usher has got a residency in Vegas. Ain't nobody remembering nothing that Usher did. Usher got him some skates and made some TikToks. Usher ain't said 2 words. That junk just went away. Nobody remembered nothing. Nobody remembered that he got herpes or nothing. Allegedly. Usher went and got some skates. Y'all got to excuse me. Listen, I'm not trying to sing for y'all today. My voice is hoarse, but I'm just telling you. Usher went and got some skates. Everybody is trying to go see Usher's show. He was up there serenading Anita Baker the other night, and Rita talking about, Anton, we got to go see Usher in Vegas. I said, what happened to Usher having problems? What happened to Usher having problems? Well, Usher can skate, though. Okay. Meanwhile, Adam is over here releasing statements that go completely against what the DM messages of this chick for the streets is saying for him. And now he find himself in a pickle. Y'all better start paying attention. You need to tap in with me. Email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. We gonna get you set up. Let's continue to see what this chick for the streets is talking about.
I wasn't in the scene like I am now, so I was definitely very easily manipulated. Maroon 5 is practically
Look at this
elevator
girl.
music at this point, so I'm sure you know.
Look, now she dissing him. First, she was telling him that he was irresistible, and she effed up now because she was just in his presence doing God knows what. Now Maroon 5 is just elevator music. You should have known this chick was for the streets a long time ago, big dog.
Who Adam Levine is, but Adam and I were seeing each other for about a year. After I stopped talking to him over, a period of months, this is how he came back into my life.
Look. Oh, look at this fool. Look at this fool. This fool said, okay, serious question. I'm having another baby, and if it's a boy, I really want to name it Sumner. You okay with that? Dead serious. Now, it's only two ways that I can take this, right? Either this is a really, really, really good pickup line. Because I swear, if he was going to name his kid something, if he just still go through and he name his kid summer or fall or winter, if his kid is a season, we got problems. I know it's true. If his kid is even named Rain, because these celebrities be having these dumb names. His name Rain, Hurricane, Fall, October, November, or December. Any month, if he name his kid a number, October 16th, 2022, if he name his kid anything other than Adam, Tom, Gene, or Billy, we got problems. I don't want it to be a compass. I don't want him to be South. I don't want him to be January. Nothing unique. I don't want it to be a syllable out in order. I want him to go straight to the most popular name on Google and name your kid that. If you name your kid, your baby, especially if it's a boy, if you name your kid anything other than whatever it is that you see in the top 10 names in the Google for boys, white boys with blue eyes, we got a problem. I don't want it to be any kind of weather or nothing. This chick just nuked him. Now, she's a scum of the earth, but she just absolutely nuked him. And then here's the worst part about it. She said that she was young and naive. Well, ma'am, this was just June 1st. And guess what? You know what version of iOS you got on there? iOS 15. Not 14.5, not 14.7. That is iOS 15, June 1st. iOS 15, June 1st. You got to look at the context clues. I know what the wallpaper is. I know what the font is. I know everything that's going on. That is iOS 15. You can't trick me. Adam, stop lying. Stop lying out here in these streets. You trying to name a whole kid. Look, I don't know a man that's trying to name a whole kid after a side chick unless she did some strange things. And I mean some strange things for some change. That is iOS 15. iOS 15.0.3. The beta patch. Where they patched up all of the security flaws. I'm familiar.
He said, okay, serious question. I'm having another baby, and if it's a boy, I really...
He said it's at best 15.7. We know what version of iOS that is.
want to name it Sumner. You okay with that? Dead serious.
Oh, Jesus. Look at them lips. Look at them lips. Not only, in my opinion, I would assume that those lips are fake. Stop it, bro. Stop it. I'm going to need y'all to get some dick discipline. I have not cursed one time. I will not curse. I am making a concerted effort, and I'm doing really, really bad. This is who Adam is rocking with, y'all. Look at what I'm looking at, and I'm trying to tell you, ask yourself a question. This is the only question that I want you fellas to ask yourself. Is it worth it? Is she a Instagram model, in which Adam married a Victoria's Secrets model, is this woman that we're looking at right here worth risking it all for? Is it? Look at her. Because I'm telling you, Instagram pictures is Photoshop, man. They toe up. I'm about to redo my whole Instagram right now. Right after I get off this live stream, I'm doing my Instagram over. Is this woman right here, and you know she gonna age like milk. You know she gonna age like milk. She is going to age like milk. Is this woman worth risking it all? You got 3 children, okay? Small children, not even big. You got a wife. You got a phenomenal career. You probably got some new shows on the way. You're going to always be able to get money. You're going to always collect royalties. Is it worth risking it all for this?
I was like, I'm in hell. Like, I have to be in hell at this point.
Lies. She thought it was cute. She thought it was beautiful. And in my opinion, she thought it was a very, very sweet gesture. Let me tell you what Adam probably, if I'm Adam, right? Let me tell you what will probably happen to me if I'm in this position. He get his nut off. He come to his senses, because the minute that you get your nut off, you have post-nut clarity. It is a real thing. It is a real life thing. You get his jizz off, and probably the millisecond that he came to his senses, he was like, man, I'm naming my kid Adam. And that probably set her off. It pissed her off. And here we are. Here we are on Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. And she's given up all of the tea in the DMs, and she made sure that she exposed him.
I mean, my morals were unknowingly compromised. I was completely manipulated. I wanted to handle this privately.
Christ.
I never wanted to come forward because
This sounds like a lawsuit. She sounds like she's preparing herself to try to sue him or something. Nobody just comes on camera and say, I was completely manipulated. What? We seen your responses in the DMs.
obviously I know the implications that come with doing what I do, making money the way I do, and being an Instagram model. So being tied to...
Now she's self-promoting because she wants you to look her up on Instagram. Congratulations. You played yourself.
A story like this, it's like, I know the stereotypes. I had sent some screenshots recklessly to a few friends I thought I trusted, and
so you can't trust her because she couldn't trust her friends because she sent the screenshot because she was clout chasing. She was clout chasing, and so you could never trust this. It's not worth it, fellas.
of them had attempted to sell to a tabloid. So here I am.
Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson. Let us pray. Lord, give us the strength, good character, serenity, wisdom, and sound judgment, not to let a woman who we think is going to take the whole load and give us that gawk 3,000 manipulate us out of our bag, Lord. We worked our whole lives for this moment. We worked our whole lives for this moment. We sang in backdoor bars, juke joints. We sacrificed. We gave up everything for our dreams, and we finally hit it big. And now we about to fumble it for a girl that ain't even worth the price of a potato. We about to fumble it for somebody who we don't even know what they look like without all of the surgery, the Botox, the lip injections, the fake makeup, and the butterfly eyelashes. We gave up everything that we had just so we can make sure that we put ourselves in a position of power. And now we are about to fumble it all. We gonna fumble our families. We gonna fumble our money. We gonna fumble our TV opportunities. We're gonna fumble our future tours. We're also going to put the people that work for us in a very difficult position because they didn't ask for this, Lord. But now they got to take a pay cut or get a layoff because I couldn't keep my dick in my pants. Lord, give us dick discipline. Bless us with vision like Cyclops to be able to blaze these chicks for the streets when they trying to get our bags. And if we can't just keep our dick in our pants, Lord, blessings surround us with people around us that can protect us from ourselves to make sure that we do it the right way. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to do me one more thing before we get up out of here. Y'all wasn't expecting that last part. Listen, I know y'all weak. Listen, bless and protect you not to mess up your family. Jesus, listen, let me come back on camera. I'm not a complete savage. I understand that y'all make mistakes. We forgive you. But don't mess up your family, Lord. Bless and surround them with the people that's going to make sure that they're taken care of. And they don't fumble the bags. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And if y'all need to contact me, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. I'm going to make sure I get y'all popping. I love y'all. Y'all have a phenomenal Wednesday. Q&A is tonight. Let me get up out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.